Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Iza Nazira binti A. Rahman. My metric number is B0921101142. Today we will present about bearing friction. Okay. The objective of bearing friction is to study the coefficient of sliding force that occur at the different type of bearing. And the second one is to make a comparison between the efficiency of different bearing material by determining the resistance of friction. Okay, that's all from me. I will pass this presentation to the next person. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nofarisa Usna binti Mama Alim. My matrical number is B0921100048. Today I will be presenting about the theory of bearings. Generally, bearings are divided into two basic categories, which are rolling element and sliding surface. While friction is the force resisting the relative motion of solid surfaces, fluid layers, and material elements sliding against each other. The coefficient of friction is used to find an object's normal force or frictional force when other methods are unavailable. It is depending on types of material and surfaces characteristics.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wan Amir Fadli bin Wan Azman. My metric number is B09110180. Okay, I would like to describe about methodology that in our experiment. Okay, first of all, in our experiment, we use four type of bearing that for this experiment. First of all is roller bearing, and then slide bearing, that is gunmetal, and then slide bearing also, that is PTFE, and then slide bearing GG25. Okay, as we see in this picture is procedure of experiment. First, the desired friction pair was fit in the bearing seat as in the picture. Second, the proportion mass was increased by 1 Newton increase, and then repeated with 1 Newton increase. Lastly, procedure is with 1 until 3 was repeated with another type of bearing. That's all from me about methodology.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Naim bin Abdul Muttalib. My matrix number is B0921100009. For this assignment, I'm going to talk about result and discussion. For the result, as we can see, the slide bearing gunmetal steel has the biggest propulsion mass, which is 1.019, and created the biggest coefficient of sliding force, which is 0.103. We also notice that when the propulsion mass is bigger, then the coefficient of sliding force created increase. Moving on to the discussion, what is rolling friction? Rolling friction, also known as rolling resistance, refers to the encountered by an object when it rolls along a surface. It is the force that opposes the motion of rolling object, and it is caused by factors such as deformation of the object and the surface, as well as interaction between them. Rolling friction is a type of friction that occurs when object rolls, as opposed to sliding friction, which occurs when two surfaces slide each other. Next, give another example and compare it with the roller and slide bearing. For this, we are going to compare it with in the context of a rolling ball on a flat surface. When a ball rolls, such as soccer ball or bowling ball, it experiences a rolling friction. The ball interaction with the surface causes a resistive force that opposes motion. The key difference between these lies in the type of friction they are primarily experienced. Rolling bearing rely on rolling, while slide friction relying on sliding friction, same as the rolling ball. This resulting in higher friction and the need of lubrication.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Syamizan bin Muhammad. My metric number is B0911100048. 110 to 82. So today I want to present our conclusion for assignment. The first one is the gunmetal, steel and PTFE still have the greatest coefficient of rotational friction, where balls bearing has the least coefficient of rotational friction. And the second one is the coefficient of rotational friction for the surface or testing bearing is smaller when the amount of weight load required to sustain constant rotational motion of the flywheel is lower.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and selamat sejahtera. My name is Syahrul Nazrin bin Khalid, metric number B0921103882. So today I would like to explain about what I found from the reference for this lab experiment. From this lab experiment, we know that there are two types of bearing that involved, which are first the roller bearing, second is slide bearing. The roller bearing that we use for this experiment is groove ball bearing, while the slide bearing that we use are PTFE steel, gunmetal steel, and also the GG25 steel. So the groove ball bearing usually can find in the operation of electrical motors such as industrial motor and also the pumps, while the slide bearing is suitable when the movement of the load is slow and the number of load is higher, such as centrifugal pump and also the rope conveyors. So that's all from me.